Amy Askren released a statement saying, as of late last night, Ben is officially on the transplant list. Please pray he can get stronger and stay stable without complications while he waits, and that they find an amazing match for him and he accepts it smoothly. Also, please pray for whoever that donor may be and his family. It's going to be a huge adjustment for Ben, but our family is so thankful that his other organs are okay and that there is a path forward while he is having more periods of awareness. He's not able to look at his phone yet and respond to messages. I am hoping he can get there in the next week or two. Also hoping we will get to a place soon where he can talk while on a track. Yesterday, he kept mouthing something for a while and we finally figured out he was saying coffee. He can't have it yet. What a huge relief to see him asking for something so normal. I'm so thankful his mind is healthy and I can't wait to have him back. We are also so thankful for the amazing community we have. From close friends we haven't talked to in 20 plus years, to strangers who have reached out to share their similar stories or pray. Thank you.
I think it's gonna be more striking fights. Since the first second he's gonna feel the speed and the power, he's gonna start to look for the takedowns and for the ground game. But I think that it's gonna be very, very quick, because I'm gonna finish him in the first 2 or 3 minutes. Because as I told you, as I mentioned, I'm not gonna need to close the distance with him. We're gonna find each other since the first second. So when that happens, I'm too much for my opponents. I'm too good for them.
Oh, please. How are you?
Good, man. Good. How are you doing? All right?
Very good, very good. What about you? How
Yeah,
do you feel?
good.
Man,
Very
nice
good.
to see you,
Very
bro.
good. You too. You too.
Man.
Good sweat out, huh?
Yeah, very good.
Good stuff. Topuria a long time. Maybe I know Topuria 5-6 years, and I've always said Topuria will be a world champion. So at the time, I'm like number 3 in the world at 170, number 2 in the world at 170, you know. And me and Ilia are working out. He was always very respectful, never throwing his hardest, but I could just feel, you know, I blocked the shot, and boom, boom, and I go. And I told him after, the first time we trained, I go, brother, God willing, you will be champion, brother, because Ilia's 1 out of 10,000. I've trained with everybody. Hey, say their name. Yeah. I've trained with everybody, brother. This guy's special. And I think he's going to be a world champion at 155. He's going to beat Charles, man. He's going to find a way to beat him. Charles is bigger. Charles has kicks, knees, elbows, great jiu-jitsu, good wrestling. Skill everywhere, Charles is good. But Ilia is just different, brother. This guy is special.
Jon Jones. It's the greatest we've ever seen. We haven't seen him a ton in these last couple of years, but it's Jon Jones. If he decides that, hey, this is it, so be it. I've also seen some things that aren't okay. The mixed feelings of him retiring, I think it's a little bit unfair.
He hit the nail on the head, Kamaru. He's defended his bout, 17 times? He's become a 2-division world champ. Jon Jones could do whatever the hell he wants. Tom Aspinall loses his next fight. Oh, it was Tom. We thought Tom, at one point everybody thought Johnny Walker was the guy. But I will say this, man, Tom is a lot more dangerous, but Jon is in a position where he's done everything. He's walked through 2, going into 3 different generations. I feel like it's just time for people to just give him his flowers, man. Respect.
I don't think Jon's retiring is a stain on his legacy either. I know some people are trying to paint that narrative, but how can a guy who's defended his championship title more than 10 times have a stain on his legacy because he decided to not fight one more time? If he got hit by a car, knock on wood, and he couldn't compete for the rest of his life, while the negotiations were still being made in the genesis of the negotiations, would people still say this is a stain on his legacy? No, so then what the hell's the difference? He doesn't want to fight him, he doesn't want to fight him. Now, as a selfish fan, the selfish fan in me, I would love to watch Jon Jones fight Tommy Aspinall. Of course I want to see Jon Jones fight Tommy Aspinall. It's a crazy fight. It's a crazy fight. But I gotta be real. I understand the business side of things and the longevity and protecting what you've accomplished and created, where you're in a position where you don't need the fight. You don't.
This newer generation of fight fans, they didn't get a chance to really enjoy Jon in his prime and get to see how magnificent he was inside the cage, where he was, he did some amazing things in there. The freedom in which he fought, the creativity in which he fought, the execution in which he fought, and the ability to go in there and fight the way he has when his life is a dumpster fire on the outside. So they won't appreciate that. And unfortunately for Jon, it's a game of what have you done for me lately, and that's the most unfortunate part about it. But I think that in time, once this moment passed, and once there's some more perspective looked at on his career, I think he'll be held up to be, as good, and his accomplishments will stand the test of time because. Drug cheat, everything else. You listen. I would. He's the greatest. You know what I'm saying? He's the greatest one to ever do it. And you'll have to, like, for me, I feel like you'll have to be kind of a hater to say he isn't. There's a lot of people who probably used and all this other stuff. There was a time when people got the exemptions to use testosterone replacement therapy, and there were some people who went over the level of that threshold that they were allowed to have, but it didn't make him what Jon Jones was. You know what I'm saying? There's something different that Jon Jones brought to the table, and he brought a mental ability to go out there and compete in a way that allowed him to be free enough to take the risk that he needed to take that his opponents weren't willing to take. He had a great frame, great build for doing what, for what we do. And, he's a smart fighter. So I can't hate on that, and as much as it, it may pain me, you know what I'm saying? Because we had the rivalry, but when I shoot it straight, I just got to give him his props.
I was talking to WWE, or talking to Triple H about my WWE contract, so we're trying to make that happen.
Yeah, what did Triple H say about that, by the way? Because it wasn't the first time you talked to him about that WWE contract.
I've had a couple. He knows I'm a fan of WWE and him and the brand. He's obviously a fan of what I bring to the table from an entertainment standpoint, what I can do on the microphone. So it's always fun conversations. Who knows if anything is ever going to happen, but he knows I want that door to be open, and I think he wants that door to be open too.
Dream match for WWE.
Ooh, you know what? I know it's a little bit old school, but Rey Mysterio Jr. would be freaking fun. I know he's still getting after it, still has it. But man, that would be a really, really fun one. It might be a little bit too acrobatic for me. I don't want to start with the acrobats right away, but give me a little bit of training. I'll be doing double backflips off and landing on people. So,
would you try to pull his mask off though?
I would. That would always be the goal, because I'm going to be the heel. I would go in there and absolutely F everybody up. I would go out there and I would show my wrestling background, my fighting background is superior to every single one of these guys, and I would go in there and I'd absolutely wreck shop. And I would probably turn the entire organization on its head. Everybody would hate me because Triple H is going to love me, just like the UFC. Dana and Hunter and all these guys love me. Why? Because I go out, I pour my full self into the octagon, rip off a promo, do a backflip, draped in the stars and bars, and that's why people don't like me. It's called jealousy.
Got some fight news for you guys. Noche UFC, Mexican Independence Day. September 13th from the Frost Bank Center in San Antonio, Texas. The main event, Diego Lopez. 22 of his 26 wins have come by finish. He'll be taking on Gene Silva, who's on a 13-fight win streak, with every one of those ending by finish. So you have Mexican Independence Day, San Antonio, Texas, from the Frost Bank Center. Diego Lopez versus Gene Silva. Have a great day, everyone. Don't forget, tomorrow, UFC BJJ. Binge watch that tonight. It's on YouTube. Season's easy to, the shows are short, easy to watch, and then you guys can watch the live finale tomorrow. It's on UFC Fight Pass, YouTube, and Facebook. See you soon.
I was talking to WWE or talking to Triple H about my WWE contract, so we're trying to make that happen. But Rey Mysterio Jr. would be freaking fun. I know he's
Oh, you're a wrestler now. You're a wrestler.